So, three people, three names. Each is responsible for something in that contributes to your experience.
Yeah.
I.e., first of all, easiest one for me to talk about your brother.
Yeah.
This isn't here. I don't know your experience with your brother. We've never talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Yeah.
But I think there's a comment on. First of all, I don't know how good the relationship is.
Yeah.
But how much better it should be.
Oh yeah.
There you go. And but we haven't had this conversation before.
No. This is the first time I've actually talked to Simon about my brother.
I don't think that you. I don't know if it's a bad situation with him or a good situation. I just know there's room for a lot better.
Yeah.
If the experience you're telling me in school was, there's a little bit of pressure because my brother went to school and I knew how to do well.
Yeah.
Okay, done. So that's a responsibility. I feel like more could have been done. And I say this, from what perspective?
Mm-hmm.
The only child perspective. I don't have an older or younger sibling.
Right.
So the sibling that I build in my head is the model sibling.
Right.
The one that exists as that's the reason why you want siblings. I haven't taken into account how much I lose of the life and the freedom that I live right now.
Yeah.
If I had a sibling, waking up at early hours to pick him up from clubbing because they're younger, all sorts, is whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's love and I'm just saying like those little convenience things that I have to have, those inconveniences that I have to experience.
Yeah.
I can't account for them. I also can't account for having that feeling of, at the end of the day, when you're Asian, you feel like you're fighting for the favor of the parents a little way.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit of a tug of war to some extent. It's just like, at what stages do we start pulling?
There's like politicking as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's who pulled first. And so you'd have experiences whereby for example, older sister would perform, whatever. She tried her best. She studies. She's Asian. You work hard. You try to do well in academics.
Yep.
But when we all knew, younger sister's smarter, which isn't a fault. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No.
But you can feel that pressure, As it's like I'm watching these sisters, and it's like this. The older sister goes to a private school, and then the younger sister hits James Roos, top school.
Yeah.
And I've always sat there and imagined the experience, especially from an Asian standpoint, going, I wonder what that's like. Because I can't imagine that world comes with that pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not an experience that you know, but I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah.
So hence I know that there's that level of push and pull, when it comes to siblings.
Yeah, just
another thing I didn't have to experience.
Just vying for favoritism, essentially. Yeah.
Trying to get that attention from the parents. However, and that's that space that I put there for potential to do better. There's no fault on anyone. Yeah. It's just the system that you happen to be in leaves lacking. Like in a situation whereby it's somewhat competitive and not even fun.
No.
It's competitive. It's not even fun. I mean, if you're both perform very well, I can get that. Yep. But if there are levels to this and things that are being considered. I can imagine it was a rough environment to it was like a rough environment that you couldn't see.
Oh yeah, because I'm in so deep into it that I don't see anything else.
Yeah,
and then
that's all
my base environment.
Everything is just 360 degrees of just pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know I spoke about the responsibility on the older sibling, someone who, because for me I would think, and I would think I've spoken to people or I know people who kind of as they're running forward at the start, they know what the parents are like, and they know how it's taken out a certain way on their younger sibling. Yeah, and this is to do with academics or anything in general. Just there is a certain I know what they're like, and I know what the young one's going through, and I can feel for that, and they accommodate for that. Not everyone has it, but some can.
Perhaps.